We've had a lot going on. This vlog, we're going to talk about our new chore chart system and allowance. So if you've seen my last video, you know that we are pretty strong, I guess is a better word to say, about our kids doing chore charts. So with our previous chore charts, we do what's called a mom store, and I've gotten like little kids toys and activities and treats and things like that I put in there, and the kids earn tokens, and then they'd be able to get to go to mom's store and spend those tokens. Well, you know, sometimes like kids just get tired of things, and so we need to change things up. So we recently changed things up, and we are doing allowance now. So the thing that we're doing differently with allowance is that 30% of the allowance that they get goes into the bank so that they can save. And the way we do allowance is it's double their age per month. So Xander is 8, and so he gets $16 per month. And I have broken it down into days on how much they get each day. So when their chore chart is completed, then they can go to the allowance calendar and check off that they did their whole chore chart that day, and then that will count for the allowance. So I will show you guys that in just a second. So let me clarify where I'm getting the number double your age per month for allowance. I follow Jordan Page. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she talks about this, and she has done, you know, kind of her research on what she believes is an appropriate amount for children to earn for allowance. And so she recommends doing double your age per month, or you can look at it as half your age per week. So I decided to go ahead and do her recommendation. And initially my two boys were kind of like, wait a second, that doesn't seem like a lot. But now that they're seeing the money add up, then they agreed that it's, you know, they're happy with that amount. And so I'm doing it for all 4 of my kids, except for the fact that Camden doesn't really understand allowance, but I am putting the allowance that he would be earning, which would be, you know, $4 a month, into his little bank account. So I did set up a bank account for each of my kids. And I told them that I would like them to put 30% of their money into the bank and just keep saving it. And eventually, if there comes a time when they decide there's something that they really want to work towards or try to earn money for, then we can cross that bridge and see if, like, you know, dipping into that savings account would be good. But I would really like to see this be something that they use, you know, forever, something that they grow up using, because I think earning money and learning to save money, especially from such an early age, is really, really important. So I am taking the 30% from Jordan Page again. She doesn't recommend this for allowance, as far as I know. She recommends this for everybody. And so I am instilling this habit into my kids so that they can take it with them as they get older. And I think it's really important. So I will quickly show you guys how I've done the allowance chart. This is what the allowance chart looks like. This is for December. So I do 1 payday a month. They only get paid once a month. And it helps because my kids, the second they get money, they want to go spend it. And so I figured once a month is good, and they can have their lump sum of money that they, you know, have earned, and then they can decide what they truly want to spend it on and not just an impulse buy. So this is what we've done. So I did have Sunday. If you notice, I have Sunday, and Sunday they have their check marks, and here I didn't do Sunday because typically for Sundays we are doing family activities and not really focused on chores, so I did take that off. But so you can see they would do their chores and then they would get a check. So when Xander did all of his chore chart, then he would earn a check mark, and Jackson and Sophie as well. So like I said, I haven't really done that for Camden, and this was just a little rough draft. I don't know if I'm going to do this again for next month. So we had $5 from before. Okay, which day was it? This day he earned extra allowance because I gave them the option of helping out with something around the house. I don't even remember what it was, and that they could earn extra allowance, and Xander did that. So I'll show you again. So I just put a check mark, and then at the end of the week I would add up each day that they actually worked and divide it by the number per day. I really hope this makes sense. So I took the amount that they would earn per week and divided it by 6, because we, like I said, we initially did 7 days a week you do your chores, but Sunday's kind of been, you know, like that day of rest and that kind of relaxing kind of family day where we just watch movies and kind of hang out, and we really don't like do a lot of chore type stuff on Sundays, or we try not to. Sometimes we'll go somewhere together as a family. It's kind of a family day. So I didn't count that this time on my December chore chart, or my December allowance chart. So I took, for example, Xander. He earns $4 per week, and I divided that by 6, and I took that amount, and then, all right, let me just show you. This will be easier. Okay, so when we had it 7 days a week, Xander would earn 57 cents per day. And if there were days, there was 3 days that first week that he didn't earn his chore, or he didn't do his chore chart fully, so he didn't get the 57 cents that day. So they have to put in their chore chart work to earn that 57 cents each day. And then at the end of the week, I would tally it up and put it over here, just so they could see what the amount that they were earning and that they're earning. So today they are working on their chore charts right now, and I'll show you their new chore charts. I redid them, and when those are done, then I'm going to go ahead and let the kids add up their money and then divide it by 30% and take that 30%, and we're going to put it right into their new bank accounts. And they'll put their 30% into their bank accounts, and then I have cash that I will let them have. And I ended up getting just a little, it's like a portable like lockbox kind of. It's just a small lockbox that I'm going to keep their cash in. If they would like me to, I'm going to recommend that I hang on to it until they decide what they want to buy. But it's their money, and so, you know, if they lose it, then that's on them. But I'm going to recommend that I can hang on to their money for them until we go to the store, or until they decide that there's something online that they want to order, and then they can pay me the money. Anyway, I'm just trying to get my kids to be really responsible about their earnings and about savings especially. I just want to instill this concept early so that they have a very good foundation of it as they get older. I just think it's very important for them to realize the value of $1, and also to do the chores to gain that work ethic. So let me show you their chores. I'll show you these chore charts on a better day, because you can tell they've been, I mean, I guess you can tell they've been using them today. They sometimes tend to do like little stars, but ignore the mess of it, and you can just see they have brush teeth, get dressed, make your bed, clean up your toys, or clean up your room, and then it kind of lists an idea of what to do for their cleanups. Put clean clothes away, homework, practice piano, and take care of dogs. For the kids, for their chore charts, I have the basics: brush your teeth, get dressed, make your bed. And then for clean your room, I have those, a couple of little, like 3 little kind of tabs, I guess you could call them, that kind of give them an example of what they should do. I try to give them a little bit of like a, hey, this is what you should do to get your room cleaned, because sometimes, and a lot of the time, my kids will go into their room and be totally overwhelmed by the mess that they have no idea where to start. And so having those little like tallies, like pick up the toys first and then put all the dirty clothes in the laundry room, that gives them kind of like a step-by-step on what to do first, so they're not completely overwhelmed. And let's see what else. So then my 2 older boys have dogs, like take care of dogs on their chore chart, and I have the word water and the word food, and then each day I circle which one I want them to do, because I ended up being a fight between them. A lot of times they'd say, well, I gave them food and water this morning, and then another would say, you know, no, I did, and it was an argument. Anyway, so I will circle what I want them to do that day. So for instance, I think Xander has water for the dogs today, and so then all day today, anytime the dogs need some more water, he will be the one to do it. Now there's another line. I guess I should have just stayed over there. Let me show you. There's another line on these chore charts that says your zone today, and then I write in what that is. Obviously, I didn't write it in today, and she exited or crossed it out herself. But, so this is a really not a good example today on their chore charts, but it is a Saturday and it has been completely chaotic. Like, I'm getting notifications of messages while I'm filming this, so bear with me. I really wanted to get this out there and just kind of give you guys a heads up on like our new version of a chore chart. So the zones is something that we've kind of done a little bit differently. So I will write in there at the beginning of the day what their zone is. And for example, Xander's will be empty the dishwasher, and Jackson's will be vacuum the stairs, and Sophie's will be wash the windows. It'll be something extra that they can do to help out around the house. And so when they come home, they have a snack, and then they start their chore charts. And I actually put, right there you can see a little laminated paper, and it has times and what they should be doing at that time to kind of help them stay on track, because I have a couple of kids who like to easily get off track. So they come home and they immediately have a snack. I know, like, that's just something that's a non-negotiable, because they come home from being worn out and tired and like happy and excited from school, and they need something in their bellies, at least something little. So they get a snack, and then they start on their chore charts. And I have a couple of kids who are quick and they get them done fast because they want that free time. And then I have a couple of kids that like to take their time, and they're not as quick at getting it done, which, you know, it's at their own pace, because it's, you know, when they want free time and they want that screen time, they're gonna work for it. As for screen time, we are limiting that as well. So yes, they get free time, but their screens are limited, because we notice the more screen time that our kids have, the worse attitude that they have. So we let them have an hour a day for screen time. So they get, for example, Xander finished his chore chart, and he's doing an hour on the iPad right now and playing games, and the kids really like that, and so they get to take turns. And because they finish their chore charts at different times, it kind of works out well when they get their screen time. So that is how our chore charts work. That is our allowance chart. And here in a few minutes, or whenever the kids are done with their chores, hopefully in the next couple of minutes, I will show you us divvying up their new allowance and kind of adding that to their bank. If you have a chore chart in place and it's worked before, but now it's like the tapering off and your kids aren't as intrigued by it and they're not doing their work, definitely change it up. I know it's frustrating sometimes, but it's totally worth it, because changing it up and refreshing, I know, like, I get that way sometimes, so it's nice just to have a reset. And so that's why we did it differently. And I still have a box of Mom's Store, and they still like to give themselves tokens for things, but we really haven't done a Mom's Store. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my YouTube video about chore charts. It's from last year, so it's kind of old. It's kind of down there a ways, but you can find it if you're interested in what I'm talking about and you don't know what I'm talking about. But we'll probably get back to the Mom's Store and the tokens again, but it's just how life goes. You know, kids kind of get bored with some things and not with others, and so we just change it up, and that's why we're doing the allowance thing. And I also like the idea of doing allowance right now, because it gives them a sense of the value of $1. They kind of get an idea of how to spend and how to save and the value of money. So I'm really excited to see kind of how well they do with saving and spending, and go from there. So anyway, that is my advice, and let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think I should put a tally on the allowance calendar for Camden. I mean, at this point, I really don't think he understands money as much, and so I don't know if he would understand it. But you guys let me know what you think, and let me know if you've tried something like this, and let's just bounce some ideas off of each other. So that's my standpoint on this, and let me know what yours is too. So the first week, what did you earn? The circled number.
$7.28.
So $7.28.
Yep.
Okay, and then the next week, what did you earn?
$2, I think.
Yeah, that's a 2.
$2.28.
Okay, third one. Which one is number 3? Yeah, what does that circled number say?
It says I earned like
$4.85, right?
Yeah, but plus the 2.
No, I already added it. Whatever is circled is the final number that week. Okay, and then what's the 5th column?
The 5th column is $3.42.
Okay.
So at $3.42.
No, so come over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote down all the numbers.
So
7
dot
28
2 and
8
what is it? 28
plus
$2
$2 dot 28
2 8
plus
plus
4 4.85 plus 3 dot 42 plus
342. Plus
3
3
dot
dot
42 equals $21.25. So let's write that down.
Okay.
So 21.
But I'm also gonna be
25.
spending
Well, then no, wait, we gotta minus 30% of this to put in the bank. So whatever is 30% of this, we're gonna put in your bank account.
Okay,
So now push minus
so minus 30. Right?
30 0%.
I just did that.
So then you'll have $14.87.
That is no 80.
Today you're gonna get $14.87.
But if I add 30% of it, that means I have 21.
Yeah, so you total had $21.25
Minus 30.
in 5 weeks because you had extra. So you would have only gotten $16 this month, but because you did extra chores and you had $5 from last time, you have a total of $21.25. So then minus 30%. 30% is going into the bank, and then you get the rest. So today you get this $14.87 today, and then in the bank I'm going to add $6.37. Okay?
Cool.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to put it separate. Either we'll put them in bags or we'll figure out a way to separate your money, and then we can keep it in here, and then it'll keep it locked. You've got their money in the safe, so you got $8 in your hand and $3 in the bank. High five.